Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Bloodline member to quit SmackDown in frustration and move to WWE Raw? It's not Roman Reigns. The latest edition of WWE SmackDown came to an end with many surprises unfolding on the show. One of the major surprises was DI returning heel and dethroning the Motor City Machine Guns as the WWE Tag Team Champions. Not only that, but it also seems like WWE hinted that Solo Sikoa might quit SmackDown in frustration and move to Raw soon. During the recent show, the self-proclaimed tribal chief made his appearance along with Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. Before this, fans were witness to a backstage altercation where the new Bloodline tried to decimate everyone, including Apollo Crews and security personnel, while cutting a promo in the ring after attacking Late Knight and Andrade. Sikoa emphasized his frustration over being treated like a joke. The new Bloodline leader stated that while nobody was apparently taking him seriously, he was still the tribal chief of everyone. As a result of this frustration, Solo might soon opt to leave WWE SmackDown and move to Raw after its debut on Netflix. The rationale behind Sikoa's decision could be to move to a bigger show, as he wants to showcase to the world that he isn't a joke. This is why Solo might affirm to move to a bigger stage, which will eventually be the Red brand after its debut on Netflix. Additionally, the company has announced a transfer window, where Raw, SmackDown, and NXT stars are expected to switch brands ahead of Raw's Netflix debut. This could be similar to the Superstar shakeup. This transfer window also makes it a realistic possibility that Solo Sikoa could quit the blue brand and move to Raw. Meanwhile, not only Solo Sikoa, but another Bloodline member, Roman Reigns, is also expected to move to Raw in 2025. However, there is no official confirmation yet, but his absence from recent SmackDowns fuels this speculation. It remains to be seen how the Bloodline saga will progress, especially with Solo Sikoa's frustration with how fans perceive him. In case the Bloodline saga moves to Raw after its Netflix debut, it's possible that major names like Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre could shift to SmackDown. Shifting the family drama from the blue brand to the red brand would be a drastic change, as it has always been a central point of attraction for the fans. Furthermore, if the Bloodline saga becomes part of Raw, it likely means that when The Rock returns, he will also be part of the red brand. Overall, moving the Bloodline saga to Raw on Netflix would result in a major shakeup, with significant changes among WWE's top names. The Bloodline saga has been one of WWE's most captivating storylines in years, driven by Roman Reigns' dominance as the tribal chief and the family drama that has unfolded around him. However, cracks have been forming within the faction, and tensions are higher than ever. Recent rumors suggest that a key member of the Bloodline may be on the verge of quitting SmackDown in frustration and making a move to Monday Night Raw. Surprisingly, it's not Roman Reigns who could be departing, but another pivotal member of the family. This article explores the identity of this frustrated member, the reasons behind their potential exit, and the seismic impact their departure could have on WWE's landscape. While Roman Reigns remains the leader of the Bloodline, other members have carried much of the in-ring workload and emotional weight of the storyline. The likeliest candidate for a SmackDown exit is Solo Sikoa. The enforcer of the Bloodline has played a critical role in the faction, often stepping in to handle physical confrontations and protect Reigns' interests. However, recent events have hinted at growing dissatisfaction in Solo's character. His silent but powerful demeanor has been cracking under the pressure of being overshadowed by Reigns and dealing with the infighting between Jimmy and G Uso. Solo, who has rarely spoken in his WWE tenure, has started showing subtle signs of rebellion, and a move to Raw could mark a turning point in his career. Since joining the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa has been portrayed as the loyal enforcer, always putting family first. However, the internal drama and favoritism displayed by Reigns toward Jimmy Uso have created an uneven dynamic within the group. Solo has consistently been the one cleaning up the Bloodline's messes, yet he receives little acknowledgement for his sacrifices. Reigns' dismissive treatment of Solo, paired with the chaos caused by the Uso brothers, could lead Solo to question his place in the faction. His frustration might boil over, prompting him to walk away from SmackDown and seek opportunities where he can thrive as a solo competitor. For much of his WWE run, Solo has been viewed as an extension of Roman Reigns' dominance rather than an individual force to be reckoned with. Moving to Raw would allow Solo to step out of Reigns' shadow and establish himself as a main event caliber star in his own right. Raw's roster, with stars like Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, and Gunther, could provide Solo with fresh rivalries and a platform to showcase his full potential. Monday Night Raw has seen a resurgence in recent months, but the addition of a Bloodline member like Solo Sikoa would inject fresh energy into the brand. Solo's unique blend of power, intensity, and charisma could make him a dominant force on Raw, positioning him as a legitimate threat to top-tier champions like Seth Rollins or even Gunther. WWE is known for its dramatic storytelling, and Solo's departure from SmackDown would likely be no exception. Here's how it could unfold. The cracks in the Bloodline could culminate in a heated confrontation between Solo and Reigns. During a high-stakes segment, Solo might finally speak up, expressing his frustrations with being treated as an afterthought despite his loyalty. This confrontation could lead to Solo walking out on Reigns and declaring his intention to leave SmackDown for good. Alternatively, Solo's departure could stem from a betrayal by one of his own family members, such as Jimmy Uso. If Jimmy, who has been increasingly unpredictable, turns on Solo during a match or segment, it could push Solo to the breaking point. Feeling betrayed and isolated, Solo might decide to leave SmackDown and seek a fresh start on Raw. WWE could also use a storyline draft or trade to facilitate Solo's move to Raw. This approach would allow Solo to exit SmackDown without burning bridges, leaving the door open for future reunions or feuds with the Bloodline. Solo Sikoa's departure from the Bloodline would have far-reaching consequences for the faction. Without Solo, the Bloodline would lose its enforcer and physical backbone. Reigns would be forced to rely on Jimmy Uso, whose loyalty has been questionable at best. This could expose the Bloodline to rival factions or ambitious superstars looking to exploit their vulnerabilities. Solo's exit could also create a power vacuum within the Bloodline, leading to further infighting. Jimmy and Reigns might struggle to maintain control, setting the stage for the faction's eventual collapse. If Solo departs on bad terms, he could return as an enemy of the Bloodline. A feud between Solo and Reigns would be a compelling storyline, showcasing the tension between the tribal chief and the enforcer he once trusted. Moving to Raw would open up a world of possibilities for Solo Sikoa. Solo could immediately position himself as a contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, currently held by Seth Rollins. A feud with Rollins would test Solo's abilities and give him the chance to prove himself as a main event player. Alternatively, Solo could target Gunther's Intercontinental Championship, setting up a brutal clash between two dominant forces. On Raw, Solo could align himself with new allies or even form his own faction. Pairing Solo with similarly intense wrestlers like Bronson Reed or Damian Priest could create a formidable stable capable of dominating the Red brand. Raw's roster is stacked with potential rivals for Solo. Feuds with stars like Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, or Matt Riddle would showcase Solo's versatility and ability to deliver in high-stakes matches. The WWE Universe has been buzzing with speculation about Solo Sikoa's future. Many fans believe that a move to Raw would be the perfect way for Solo to break out as a single star. On social media, fans have expressed excitement about the possibility. Solo Sikoa deserves a chance to shine on his own. Moving to Raw would be a game-changer for him. Others have shared their thoughts on the potential impact on the Bloodline. If Solo leaves SmackDown, it's the beginning of the end for the Bloodline. Reigns can't hold it together without him. The possibility of Solo Sikoa leading SmackDown and moving to Raw is a storyline ripe with potential. Whether it's born out of frustration with the Bloodline or a strategic move by WWE, Solo's departure would shake up the company's landscape and create new opportunities for compelling rivalries and narratives. As the enforcer of the Bloodline, Solo has proven himself as a dominant force. On Raw, he could finally step into the spotlight and establish himself as one of WWE's top stars. One thing is certain, Wherever Solo Sikoa goes, the WWE Universe will be watching closely.